What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I got to have that Teige pack. Teige makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Teige Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teige Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Teige Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a Dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Teige Hanley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a Dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Teige pack. Feel the Teige, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. It is Monday, March 20th, 2023, year of our Lord. What's happening? We have a great opportunity to do great things, to do the thing that adds the most value into our lives. And more importantly, we have an opportunity to get ahead of everybody else when they're having a case of the Mondays. We're going to grow. We're going to push. We're going to do awesome things. And I am absolutely positively happy to be a host for the morning on the Millionaire Morning Show. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody that was on Fight Club over the weekend. I observed, but I did not join. Shout out to everybody that was on Lapeefing Sundays. I observed, but I did not join. Shout out to everybody that were having conversations all the way across the board, and I just truly enjoyed sitting in the chat and being entertained and screaming at the TV and having my own opinions and throwing tantrums with me, Leslie, and Rita all by myself with nobody to hear me rant and rave and go on my whole diatribe, which then caused me to calm down and say, hey, nobody is listening to me, so it's nothing for me to actually say. It was weird. It was very, very weird going almost a full week without ever even saying anything to anybody outside of being on a Millionaire Morning Show or on a live panel with the people. So it's wild. It's absolutely positively wild to cede the floor to other people for them to be able to say what they want to say without me being able to respond. Even when people say stuff about me and I'm just like, oh, I just can't even say nothing. God is trying to tell me something. Anyway, so what's happening? I see my friends and family is in the chat. Let me give a highlight to my first super chat of the day. Is from AP. The accountability partner, says, much love, my brother. Will always support you, big dog. Tell Miss Rita hello. Shout out to accountability partner with the first super chat of the week and the first super chat of the day on the first day of the week for the Millionaire Morning Show. We have so much to cover, so much to go over.
me having to bite my tongue all weekend just to be able to really let it out on a Monday. I'm very excited to be before you today. And thank you to the accountability partner for holding me down. I also want to give a highlight to Ronnie Robinson. Robbie Robinson says, "Good morning, Mr. Anton. Hope all is well. You show loyalty. They learn loyalty. Rest easy, Lieutenant Cedric Daniels." Lieutenant Cedric Daniels is Lance Reddick, who passed away. We will get to that shortly. Thank you, Ronnie Robinson. Thank you, the accountability partner, for giving me my first super chats of the week. I love you. I appreciate you. Also, let me give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat. So first and foremost, Chelsea's live line. Chelsea, I'm gonna be reaching out to you probably either today or tomorrow because I want to see you on a live panel this Friday. Chelsea, see? You thought I wasn't going to call you up. See, I'm working behind the scenes. I got a lot of things going on. Chelsea, I want to see you in person for my live panel this Friday. Shout out to all of my people in Metro Detroit. We're going to get to it. Got a couple announcements that I want to make, but first let me give an acknowledgement to everybody in the chat. My dog, Kojak, I appreciate you. Spaces, what's happening? Batman, 4,000 plus 11, I appreciate you. Let me also give a shout out to Alvin S., Terrell LMAO, Lauren Love, I love you. Mike That Dude, Sarah H., what's happening? Rashad Howard, good morning, my friends. Don Philly, I appreciate you. All of my friends, Eric J., Our Streets, I appreciate you, love. Thank you. Mel Duke, Quincy Quincy Cuthbert, I appreciate you also. Chester Williams at Chanel. All of my friends, everybody that's in the chat, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me also give a shout out to Jeremy Clay. Jeremy Clay with the 20 ball says, "What's good, family? Anton, I'm making that move to Austin today." Shh. So me and Jeremy has been having these conversations offline. A lot of y'all don't know that a lot of the people that participate in the chat, some of them may be more visible than others. Some maybe not so much. But we do coaching calls. We build relationships. And I push them out of their comfort zone, especially ones that's been in a certain area or grew up in a certain area for a particular time. And I'm like, listen, you need to get out of your comfort zone. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't really did nothing. You ain't stretched out. You don't know what's available. And so I want to give a special congratulations to the people that's getting outside of their comfort zone, including my dog, Jeremy Clay, making that move to Austin. I love you, Jeremy. Shout out to everybody that got coaching calls with me. Also, AQ Inspirational Champion says, "Good morning, family. Get the lights up. Thank you for the 2-ball. Marcus Evans with the 5-ball says, "What up, bruh? I don't believe you leaving. But if you are, I wish you well. But whether I agree with you or not, you're needed in these spaces." Well, but listen, I'm not leaving. I'm still online. I'm just not going to be visible in spaces that I've cultivated and I've built, because at some point, every basketball player got to put his jersey up in the rafters and then get the owner's box. They got to get the owner's suite, or they may be coaching on the side, right? I got some phenomenal people in these spaces that's doing really, really well. If y'all telling me that Trigger Mike didn't host the hell out of Lapeef Last Talk and that everybody wasn't cooking on that panel last weekend or last Thursday, y'all are crazy. They were cooking. They were doing their thing. And then after a while, y'all forgot that I wasn't even there. So it's not even that big of a deal. Listen, I love to be participating, but I have to grow also. In the same way that a lot of y'all are growing, I want to grow too. I want to grow into my owner's role. I want to be in the owner's suite. I want to do bigger things. I want to put more people on. And I feel like my voice is taking up space that other people can be occupying that can add more value than me at this time in that particular area. But I'm still here on the Millionaire Morning Show. I'm still going to be doing the live panels. I'm still going to be dropping the interviews. And I'm still building champions and great people, especially the bag chasers. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let me say this. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping really quickly, and then I want to get into the show. All right? First and foremost, make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Secondly, I dropped 2 videos over the weekend in the Patreon, and I'm doing a live webinar on Tuesday, tomorrow. All right. So if you are a Patreon member, you restreaming this, you watching this live, I am doing a live webinar tomorrow night, Tuesday, March 21st, 2023. Do not say that you don't know. I already dropped that inside of the Patreon as far as the date, the announcement. I will be putting the link up. You guys will be able to jump on the panel, ask me questions. I want to deep dive with you, okay? I want to go over a lot of things, including sales, marketing, building your business from scratch, the things that I'm doing. I want to show you some announcements. I want to take your questions. I want to answer everything that you have for me. I am allocating my afternoon on Tuesday. One of the reasons why I wanted to get away from doing things on panels and things is because I wanted to spend more time cultivating, building, and adding value to my bag chasers. So I dropped 2 videos in a Patreon over the weekend. I'm doing a live webinar, and I'm also going to make sure that I drop the recording after the webinar for the people that don't get a chance to be able to watch it, whether they're at work or they're taking care of business or it's just not a part of their schedule. I need to add value into y'all, and I need to be spending more time building y'all up. So make sure that you tap into the Patreon. The link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We will be doing that live webinar. You will have an opportunity to be able to come up on the panel, and I will be reading the chat. And it is exclusively just for y'all. And I am going to pour my heart out. I am going to be as transparent as I possibly can as far as giving you every single thing that I have and gain on how it is that you can level up, especially looking at things from a business perspective, how you need to be able to activate your sales hat, how you can market your business more effectively to get more sales and exponentially grow your business, and then more importantly, answer your questions so that you can truly get the insight and the information on how it is that you can be incredibly more successful than you are on your regular everyday job. So if you got friends and family and you want them to be able to tune in with you on your Patreon membership, feel free to do so. I am going to add as much value. I am going to cook. I was literally sitting in the shower this morning. I'm like, oh my God, I just got a bevy of information that I have to get out. And who better to get it out to than you guys in the Bag Chasers? So salute to all of my new Bag Chasers. Salute to all of the Patreon members. We will be cooking up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I know they always try to leave Mountain out of it, but 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be cooking up. All right, so without further ado, again, hit the like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I also want to read this one last super chat before we get started, and I'm going to be reading them throughout the show. Marcus Evans says, Mike did his thing, but the hyenas need to be put in order. Well, it's y'all turn now. It's y'all turn to be putting the hyenas in order. I gave y'all the blueprint. It's y'all turn. I don't have no hyena on my team, so it was all peace, love, and hair grease. I did book thank you, Marcus, for the fireball. I did book a trip. It's going to be my first time in the Dominican Republic, and I'm not going to Sosua. I am going to, what is it, Santo Domingo or something like that? I got to go down there for one of Leslie's Taekwondo tournaments. So we just said, you know what, we going to just make it a whole week, 2 weeks or something like that. So this is all in April. And my plane tickets was so expensive. My plane tickets was like $5,000 for 3 people. $5,000 for 3 people. Well, you know how I fly. So it's a little bit different. But I seen the Spirit tickets. They was like $200 and something, $300 a piece, $3 something a piece. I said I can't. If I'm gonna be on an 8-hour flight, that's an 8-hour flight. There's no way that I'm not gonna have that first class, big seats, 3-course meal, taking care of business with the good Wi-Fi. No way. No way, no how. So shout out to all of my people. I'm gonna be sitting in the look at Rita. Rita, so look at them. Her and my daughter. Anton, you know, that's this is them last night after we get back from going out to eat. Anton, you know, that's a 8-hour flight. And they up there with the puppy eyes. So then they see the receipt come through their email. Oh, Dad, you are the one. Thank you, Dad. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so let's get into the show. They say where you get your tickets. I pay the grip too. I always get all of my stuff straight from Delta, so I can show it to you. Well, let me be careful because I don't want to put the confirmation number because y'all can finesse me with my confirmation number, can't y'all? So let me be a little bit more careful with how I could just pull it up in the app. Yeah, I went straight. I do everything straight through Delta. Um, I'll tell you the exact amount I paid. You know, Anton don't mind showing the receipts. Santo Domingo. Let me see. Where do you get the receipts? Terms and conditions. Open. How do I show this without showing my flight ticket number? It's probably not a smart idea. Probably not a smart idea. So let me see if I can do this a little bit differently. There we go. Just look at it in the email. And I don't have your confirmation number on there. Flight receipt, ticket number, proof of issue, issue date, expiration date. Here, I'll share my screen. So that's just one ticket. So it was basically $16.68 per person. I bought my tickets yesterday, and then it came up to the equivalent of about $5,000. So this is my email that you guys are looking at right now. So it was about 16 something per person, almost 1,700 per person, for 3 people, and total was about $5,000 total. So, all right, well, that's that. So now that we got that out the way, we're going to get back to the show. Again, thank you guys for continuing to rock out with me. I love you. I appreciate you. You guys are absolutely awesome. And you know, Anton, show the receipts. I don't just talk about it. I live it in real life. And I want you to be able to live it too, which is one of the reasons why I want to add as much value into your life as possible. So I'm going to be reading Super Chats throughout the show. Thank you guys for continuing to rock with me. Let's get started like this. All right. So what you see here is one of my personal favorite actors. And his name happens to be Lance Reddick. I'll say that again. Lance Reddick. Now, one of the reasons why Lance Reddick is one of my favorite actors is because he displayed an incredible acting range, whether he was in John Wick or he was in my favorite series of all time, The Wire. But Lance is an incredible guy. I mean, an incredible black actor. Now, what you see right here is his beautiful bride. His bride. I believe this was one of their wedding photos on their wedding day. Now, look at her and look at him and look how in love and how much he really, really cares for her. Now, Lance passed away at 60 years old. I believe I got that right. 60 years old. Far too young. Far too young. Immediately, I went ahead and parked my car 2 miles away, and I walked into work. I said, let me go ahead and stay on this fitness journey. Let me go ahead and stay focused on making sure that I get the most out of this life, because there's no reason for me to actually make a whole lot of money if I can't live long enough to truly enjoy it and spend it. That's one of the reasons why I blow this money. My dad didn't get a chance to be able to live the life that I live. He didn't get a chance to really, really experience it to the spaces that I'm experiencing it. And so I'm going to make it. I'm going to stack it. I'm going to invest it. I'm going to continue to grow it, but I'm also going to enjoy it. It's a tool. It's meant for you to be able to, enjoy and use. But let's get back to Lance. And so Lance, great actor, did some incredible roles, had an outpouring of support from his friends and celebrities alike. including Holly Berry and many, many more. But Lance received a ton of backlash from what I like to identify as the trash portion of the culture. Let me say that one more time. The trash portion of the culture. Now, Anton, why would you continue to call black culture trash in the places that we celebrate the most? Because the first thing that I seen when I pulled up Twitter, now I don't follow anybody on Twitter, but I look at the trends. And then I looked on Instagram, and I even looked at some videos. I mean, there was some videos and some live streams. Well, I shall keep that nameless. But there was some videos, and instead of them wishing him well, trying to understand how it is that he passed away, to celebrate his iconic film biography, and to highlight how he really dedicated himself to his craft and became great at it, was a good representation of what it is that we need to go after from the black community perspective. The first thing that I hear from these hyenas, and the pictures that they didn't pull up this picture, and they never pull up these type of pictures. They only pull up these type of pictures. Now, there's nothing wrong with this picture for me, because it just shows growth, age, whatever. None of us is going to look like we are today. None of us is going to look like we were when we were still 20. We want to be as healthy as possible. We want to continue to grow. But more importantly, forget the health aspect of it. Let's mine out who we are. Let's look at ourselves in the mirror and try to evaluate why we are the way we are and why we have the conversations the way that we have them. The first thing that they're going to identify is the fact that she's a white woman. The second thing that they're going to identify is that she's not an Instagram model, right? Now think about this for a second. Y'all say all the time, and I'm going to show the hypocritical part of your personality. You say all the time, and the number one thing I hear from all of these women is divest, divest, divest. Go and find yourself a white man, anything other than a black man. Cool. I don't care. Have at it. So why should we then hold a dead man accountable, which you wasn't checking for him in the first place? Because trust me, wasn't no woman checking for this black man at all. Wasn't nobody checking for him. You don't know the value that she added into his life. You don't know how much she was there for him. You don't know if he had any underlying health issues. You don't know if they grew up together. You don't know if they was best friends. You don't know if she came into his life and actually added way more value than he did to her. You have no clue whatsoever. But the first thing that you default to is to hold somebody accountable for what it is that they didn't do as far as choosing you. As though you deserved a Lance Reddick in your life. Like you deserved a Lance. Do you deserve a Lance? Do you deserve a Lance? Seriously, ask yourself a question. Do you deserve him just because you're a black woman, or do you deserve him because you are the best available option for him and you're going to continue to add value into whatever it is that he's already on his journey to doing? But here's the real thing. I'm not even going to go that route, because I'm going to mine that out all week. Here's the other side of the conversation, though. High value men, and this all comes back to the money, because the first thing that y'all resonate with when it comes to high value is not character and all of that other type of stuff. It's about how much money they make, how much prestige they have, and how much pull, visibility, celebrity, credibility, the whole 9 yards. High value men choose and marry regular women that have great personalities, are awesome mothers, phenomenal networking, and just overall sweet-spirited, equally yoked women. I don't know how many times that I got to tell y'all this. Great men look for other intangible assets and things that are great about the women that they rock with, that they choose to have kids with, that they choose to marry, and that celebrate them in their death. every single day. Nine times out of 10, when I'm out in the streets, and this is the reason why I continue to give you the blueprint on what it is that you need to look for and how it is that you need to network and why you need to stop dating. Because the minute that you pick up your mobile device and you start scrolling and swiping left and swiping right, you get caught up in the matrix because you're more focused on the thing that does not add the most value to you or is not best for you. Because when given the option to choose for yourself, you choose wrong because you're only looking at the presentation layer and you're not looking at the value add. You've been taught wrong. You've been conditioned wrong. This is why we continue to be in last place. You don't know how to first make yourself the thing that you're looking to attract, and then B, you don't know what to look for as far as great things in a person that could potentially be a great mother for your kids. And so all of y'all are baby mamas, baby daddies, divorced, no value, not actually aligning with the people that's going in the direction that you're going in, and you spend your whole life building this great castle, fortress, financial behemoth, only to run into a chick that ain't offering you nothing but WAP that everybody else already done had, but because she got a BBL and she light-skinned it, you think that she is the woman for you because you don't know how to choose more effectively for yourself. I keep telling you, stop dating, start networking. Stop dating, start networking. Stop dating, start networking. Well, what does networking do, Anton? Well, what networking does is it allows for you to actually align with people that's going in the direction that you're going in. You can see how they react to their parents. You can see what they do for a living. You can see how they act under duress. You can see how they treat their friends, the type of friends that they hang out with, what it is that they do. You can see the characteristics of a good mother or husband or man and all of these other type of things. But you so caught up in the cultural norms that is not best for you. And so as a result, you find yourself still doing the same thing over and over and getting the same bad results. And then you come on these panels and you come in a chat and you complain about modern women and modern men because he had sex with you and then he got you up out of there. And so as a result, you still caught up on aesthetics instead of paying attention to the character. And you still not listening. I've been telling you this for years, and you still single. And you still looking for a man. And you still looking for a wife. And you still trying to understand where it is that you're going wrong. And you still sitting there typing hard in the chat saying, well, how can Anton know about what it means to be able to find a wife in these modern times, and he's been married successfully for the last 19 years. He don't know what's out here. Okay, well, you do it your way. You continue to go off on women like this that continue to get the man that you want. You continue to go off on men like this that continue to be successfully married. And then you do it your way. And then once you bump your head enough and once you've aged out and you have no more options, don't come to us asking us questions on how it is that you need to find a person that more closely aligns with the direction that you're going in because you're used up. You washed. I told somebody that in church the other day, and they was mad. They were mad. I mean, they were seething. They said, Anton, I'm ready for God to use me. I prayed. You want to know the truth? I'm going to tell you the truth. Chelsea's live line is not going to appreciate what I'm about to say because Chelsea is very much a spiritual woman. She loves her Jesus. I've went through her content and her channel, and I've mined through her Instagram. The same thing that I do when I'm looking to vet an employee that's trying to get hired for a specific job. I go and look at all of the different things that tells me or gives me a better perspective of who they truly are. And they said, Anton, I'm ready for God to use me. And I prayed about it. I prayed, and I said, you sure, Jesus? And he said, I'm sure, Anton. And you know what he told me? Y'all ain't gonna like this part. You know what he told me? Used up like an open rubber. Used up. They didn't. He said they already let the devil get the best of them. I don't want the rest of them. You don't like that because that ain't what the church is supposed to tell you. Listen, the pastor told you you can still turn your life over to God, but we have no use for you in the way that you think that you can be useful. Your voice is not to be heard in this space because the best of your years you gave over to the demons and the devil, and they finessed you and they used you and they got the best years out of you. They used your box, they used your top, they used your mouth, they used your body, they used your looks. They used everything. I didn't even know. Listen, honest to God, I have no clue what I'm going to say when I get up here. I have no clue. No clue of how this is going to go. The devil used every part of your body. Church, people that's watching this in church, don't turn me down. Don't turn me down right now. You've had somebody's inner workings that come up out of them. Once they orgasm, you had it in every crevice of your body. And you think you could just wipe it away and that's the end of the conversation? After you've been used, your best years, your most impactful, influential years, the best of you, your mouth don't work the way that it used to no more. Your knees is hurting you, arthritic all through your body. You can't run as fast no more. Your voice ain't really resonating no more because everything that you did was for the worse. And now you trying to be a mouthpiece for what not to do by telling somebody what not to do, but not do what you were supposed to do. So you're not a reflection of the thing you're advocating for everybody else to do. You just talking. And now you sitting there in church every day praying, Lord, send me a good man. Now, why would God curse him by sending him to you? You don't think God love him too? He up there praying every day. He doing what he's supposed to do. He went to school. He reserved himself. He ain't got no diseases like you. You sitting there walking around with diseases. You done had every rapper fuck on you and do all of these other type of things. Everybody done had a piece of you. They ran a train on you. They slutted you out when you was younger. They did whatever they wanted to do. They jizzed all over your face and your hair. They used you. They recorded you. You ain't nothing but a bust your whole life. Congratulations. You've given yourself over to Jesus. Now shut the fuck up. Praise God. Sit in the corner. Ask where you can move that chair. But you are not to be a mouthpiece because you are used up. They didn't tell you that? Pastor didn't tell you that? He was lying to you? He was doing the Derrick Jackson to you? He was telling you what you wanted to hear so that you could continue to put more money in the offering cup instead of telling you the truth? You used, abused. You like Black China trying to get your face dissolved now. You getting your butt implants taken out. Everybody done had you. And now he's supposed to, A, give you over to this good old man that did what he was supposed to do his whole life because you can't find no good men. Well, guess what? Good men can't find no good women because you ain't one of them. Who told you that you was a good woman? Who told you that you was worthy of this prestigious great man that has done all the things that he was supposed to do? Listen. It's a lot of things I give Michelle Obama shit about. It's a lot of things that I can give Michelle Obama shit about. I don't like the way that they advocated for the alphabet community. I don't like a lot of things. But the one thing that you can't say about her is that she ain't got no bodies on her rap sheet. And her past is largely without spot, wrinkle, or blemish as far as how it was that the streets wanted to put her possible hands on. No, she was the good girl. She went to school. She took care of business. She held her husband down. She raised her children and all of this other type of stuff. And listen, I'm an equal accountability smoke giver and credit giver. So I'm going to give credit where credit is due. I may not like his policies. I may not like the way that he governed. But the one thing that you can't say is that she specifically was for the streets. And you sit here, you whine, you complain, you talk all of this stuff every single day, and everybody is supposed to just acquiesce over into your demands because you said so, because you got a loud voice. You loud, you rude, you ugly, you stupid, you for the streets, Everybody done hit it. Everybody done busted down. You don't have any value. Your job is trash. You got a bunch of student loan debt. So anybody that marries you is going to have to inherit that. Your parents, your mama is out of control. Your daddy is a simp. Everything about everything that you're doing is not conducive for somebody to come into your life and wipe you up. And you sitting here and have the nerve to talk about a woman that actually was able to become a wife. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear nothing from you. We don't want to hear nothing from you. Shut up, raise your kids, put them little munchkins, get them up out of the house before you start dating again. I don't advocate for any woman to start dating until their kids is big. Figure out how you can co-parent or get back with your baby daddy. Fix it. Fix it. Fix your own household. Get the beam out of your own eye before you start giving advice on how it is that other people are supposed to be moving. What y'all sitting here taking advice from single people that don't even know what the fuck they do? They can't even hold down a relationship. They got multiple kids by multiple different people, and they trying to give you advice on how it is that you're supposed to live your life. And you got the nerve to say anything to me? Shut the fuck up. Be quiet. Sit down. Take notes. Get your pen and pad or your Apple Notes. Take notes on how it is that we do things successfully, and then maybe you can learn something. And maybe you can show yourself worthy. First be faithful in little, and then you'll be ruler over much. That's a scripture. But God can't use what the devil done already discarded. The devil don't even want you no more. He can't even get no more money out of you. Your pimp done pimped you out. The devil done pimped you out, and now you want to come over here and say, God is trying to tell you something. No. He's not telling you anything. Your instructions are different than my instructions. Sorry to break it to you. I'm sorry to tell you the truth. Somebody should have told you the truth. I'm the daddy that you never had. I'm the daddy that you never had. I'm the person that's going to tell you the absolute positive truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to make you feel good about it. I'm not going to tell you the thing that you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Anton is the darkest angel. Anton, somebody told me this weekend, we don't like the way you talk to us. Well, I don't like the way you fucking open your legs up to the rest of the world. So I guess we even. Anyways, let's continue on with the show. I did not expect to go there. I have a lot to cover today, so we gonna work this week. We working this week. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We have a live stream that is going on this weekend, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you are not joining the webinar in order to get this money, do the thing that's in your own best interest. In order to get this money and ask me any question, you're going to have the opportunity to do so. I jumped off the panels so that I could spend more time pouring into my people. This is your opportunity. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Shout out to Ray Brown says, shout out to AD, sent you an email, boss. Already know you're going to run the bag up and help us level up once again this week. Appreciate you, big dog. I got my people on that email ASAP, big dog. AP, accountability partner, says, just in case you missed it, stop dating. Start networking. Thanks, Ton. Sounds very familiar to something you said to me. Y'all listen to this man. If you need the advice, you can grow. Kicked it with him. I'm not even going to tell y'all what I told him. I'm not going to tell y'all. Listen, me and him, we was sitting there. And it was pricking him. I seen it all over his face. I said, listen, bro, I got to tell you the truth, though. See, this is me in real life, me in person. I'm no different on this camera than I am in real life. Me in person. Talking to a grown man, telling them the honest to God truth. And I don't say what I tell people in real life. Well, I don't say what it is that we talked about. But I told him, and he was struggling with it at first. I said, listen, this is the way it got to go. Beautiful. Everything worked out beautifully. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate your accountability. And see why he's still rocking with me today? Shout out to my dog. Said, faith without works is dead. My girl, Natasha, says, Anton has a community of so many beautiful, intelligent, and diverse ladies, spiritually focused women, pageant queens, real estate investors, techies, and designers. They don't want to know that though. Natasha, they don't want to know that. When we do our meetups, every woman is outstanding. I can't wait to the beginning of May. I'm also dropping that update. Thank you, Natasha, my love. The Service USA says, amen, brother. I appreciate you. Persevere Data TV is in our building. Says, this is for every time I've heard how I should have been the guy she selected. Facts. Big facts. Big facts. And your bag is runneth over. Your cup is runneth over so much. Shout out to the Persevere Data TV for the 50 ball. Chelsea's live line says, call them out, Anton. I look forward to coming to the studio Friday. Detroit love. We do this in real life. We not just on the internet, Chelsea. We do this in real life. Shout out to Cyber Supreme. Says, us high-value black men and high-value black women need to start ignoring the specific black women and those that enable them. Lockout Initiative. My wife's Chinese. She was the best for me long-term, not for color. Shout out to you to finding your sweetheart, your flower, your awesome one that also adds as much value as she possibly can. Salute to you. Shout out to you. Thank you for the 20 ball. I'm continuing to read super chats throughout the show, but let's get into that other side. Let me tell you what happens, ladies and gentlemen, and hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Definitely doing the webinar tomorrow inside of the Patreon if you have not already known or you're just getting in late. Let me tell you what happens. You know what? Let me back up from this real quick. Let's do this one first. This is the more pressing story. We'll come back to that other one. This is the more pressing story. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family of the jury, if we had a candidate, if we just had one candidate that had the background of Obama and the business acumen and the balls of Trump, we would be okay. We always got to pick one or the other. We got to pick somebody that got a good background, that got bad liberal policies, or we got to pick somebody that got balls and good business acumen, that got a spot, wrinkle, or blemish, or a whole bloodstream in their background that we got to try to overcome just to be able to get to the spaces that we need to get to as a country, as a nation. The scriptures say, shun the appearance of evil, even the very appearance of it. Shun it. Get it out of your life. Because it can then prohibit you from actually doing whatever it is that your life purpose is. Okay? I tell y'all this all the time and y'all fight me on it. Y'all say high value men can do whatever they want whenever they want to do it. Cool. Well, over the weekend, they couldn't get the Teflon Trump on nothing that he was doing from a financial perspective as far as his own personal finances, dealings with another country, any kind of crimes, his kids, all of the people of his cabinet that went to jail and prison and all of this, right? And, you just try to overlook it because I'm like, yeah, he renegotiated NAFTA and, he got the tariffs on China and he rolled back taxes on small businesses and people that are high earners. And he understands this and he understands that. And he's actually going against the establishment and the machine or whatever. But then it's just like, God, shot over here, shot over there, shot over there, shot over there. And guess what? Of all the things that Trump could possibly get arrested for, you know what it wound up being? You know what he's anticipating getting arrested for? A hoe. A hoe. Of all the things that they could come at him for, they came at him for his taxes. They came at him for everything that you could. They didn't impeach him. He rerunning for president and all this other type of stuff. And everything of all the things that you could possibly get coming back to you is a hoe. Think about that, gentlemen. Think about that, gentlemen. I'm reading super chats throughout the show. Of all the things that can come back to you, is a chick that looked like the Saw clown. A hoe. Now, why does Anton continue to tell us to have dick discipline? Well, it ain't certainly because I give a fuck about who you have sex with. Ain't nobody trying to dick police you. It's because your very downfall is going to be the thing that you overlooked because you wasn't focused, and the only thing you can think of or think with is your head. Not the one at the top, but the one at the bottom. So you wanted some box. Now think about this for a second. One bus down. Was it worth it? One bus down. Was it worth it? Let's go ahead and play this.
Adult film star Stormy Daniels is at the center of the Manhattan grand jury probe into the former president that could lead to an indictment. The crux of the investigation, a $130,000 alleged hush money payment Mr. Trump's former attorney and fixer Michael Cohen made on his behalf to Ms. Daniels less than 2 weeks before the 2016 election. Cohen says he made the payment at Mr.
Listen. Look at the people. I mean, he was in Vegas having fun. Hey, it's legal. That is not the point that we're trying to make. I'm saying, look, it's a lot of things that's legal. Okay, let's play that game. Let's play that game before we read the rest of this. Now, I'm sitting here before you, right? Let's say I go over to the Dominican Republic and I go to Sosua and I'm over there paying for box. No, better yet, I'll give you a better example. Let's say I go over to Vegas and I hit the Money Ranch. And then it wound up getting all over the internet that Anton was in Vegas having bust downs at the Bunny Ranch. And I'm smoking trees. I'm doing everything that I want to do. Now it's legal. It's legal. Question. Do you still look at me the same way before I went to the Bunny Ranch? Do you still look at me the same way as before I went to the Bunny Ranch? The point isn't whether or not it's legal or not. The point is it going to mess up the thing that you're trying to do and the people that you're trying to impact? And is it possibly going to mess up your election chances? In Trump's case specifically. My point to you is dick discipline is securing the bag. A lack of dick discipline is fumbling the bag. We've seen it happen time and time again. Tiger Woods, Derek Jackson, Kobe Bryant with that chick. He had to spend basically the rest of his career being a good dad in order to repair his image. The minute that he died, people still ain't forgot about what Kobe Bryant went through, even though he got falsely accused. It's a bag that we trying to secure. It's a legacy that we trying to take. You know how the FBI tried to lie on Martin Luther King Jr. in order to say that he had a bunch of side chicks? You know why they did that? You know why they chose that over everything else? They chose it because they know that you are weak and that you're more focused on the thing that don't actually add the most value into your life. So you're going to use that in order to try to assassinate his character, which then blunts and dumbs down whatever message that he was trying to have. Y'all don't even remember the I have a dream speech. The only thing you remember is some modern chick sitting there trying to hold Martin Luther King accountable for something that wasn't even true. It's the reason why they do it. It's why they say shun the appearance of evil. Hoes.
Mr. Trump's direction to keep Daniels quiet about an alleged affair, and the former president later reimbursed him for it. The Trump team labeling the payment as legal expenses and not reporting it in campaign finance records.
It seems like charges are likely to include the fact that Mr. Trump falsified business records, concealing hush money payments as legitimate payments to a lawyer. There may well be a second charge, which is using those hush money payments to conceal a second crime, which is election fraud.
Mr. Trump was caught on tape in 2016 acknowledging a different alleged hush money payment.
I spoke to Alan about it when it comes time for the financing, which will be...
Listen, what financing?
We'll have to pay you. So
Don't pay the kid.
No.
The former president and his lawyers concede the payment to Daniels occurred, but deny the alleged affair and any.
He acknowledged that the payment occurred. What he's denying is that he never even bust her down. Now, this woman came in with vivid descriptions of what his Johnson looked like and all of this other type of stuff. My point is that why even had them hoes in your atmosphere in the first place? Why even have them around you in the first place? Nah, fam. You ain't getting a dime out of me. You ain't getting 1 red cent. I'm not paying you off. I'm not giving you no money. I'm not doing nothing. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. You can't even, I'm Mike Pence with it. In real life, I'm Mike Pence with it. You know Mike Pence, they said Mike Pence don't go nowhere without his chick. I'm Mike Pence with it. In real life, I am, not for me. I know I ain't trying to touch you. You ain't even worthy of getting in my, you think that you worthy of touching my Johnson? My Johnson is pristine. It is gorgeous. I hate to say this. It is pristine. It is gorgeous. It is disease-free, and it is big. Girthy, lengthy, awesome, and big, and disease-free. And I'm a dolphin. Y'all have had sex education. Don't sit here and act like you ain't never heard of a sex education. Y'all watch too much porn to be sitting here talking about, ew, cover my ears. You watch too much porn. You watch too many other diseased Johnsons to be sitting here acting all prissy now. We adults here. You think that these hoes is worthy to even come in my presence? You think I would let her touch me? I'm an angel. Why would I ever let this hussy touch me? It ain't for me. I ain't touching that hoe. It's to protect the bag. The bag has always been much more important than anything that any woman could ever give to me. The one thing that I was never cursed with. Is a propensity to put a woman before the bag. Even today, there is nothing and no one that's going to stop me from my long-term and short-term bag. But this is what y'all want.
Any wrongdoing. The longest running of several ongoing probes into Mr. Trump has faced heavy skepticism since it began.
If Trump is charged in connection with the Stormy Daniels payoff, it would be the weakest case of all the investigations, federal and state, that are pending against him. The big question arises, if these facts occurred 6 or more years ago, why is Trump being charged now?
Well, let me tell you why he's being charged now. For those of you that have been living under a rock, currently he's leading the Republican side of the ticket. As far as all of the other potential candidates, he's the leading vote getter. So what do you do if you want to take down? Because, listen, it doesn't even matter. You think that he's ever going to touch a prison cell? You ever think that a former president is going to ever touch a prison cell or anything like that? You think he's worried about doing time? You think he's worried about going to jail or anything like that? No, that's not it. You're now at the forefront of the downfall of what's best for the nation, because now you have a hole in your back pocket that's trying to uncover. You think that they didn't have this in their pocket a long time ago? You don't think that they've always had this in their back pocket, that they're waiting for the right time to be able to continue to make this a distraction from the thing that we should be talking about? We got all of this different stuff going on. We had war, basically at the precipice of a world war. Whenever Biden gets in trouble, all we got to do is just send out the goons. You got a Stormy Daniels over there? Cool. Go ahead and put this at the forefront, because the people is worried about the banking system collapsing. My polling numbers is down. Kamala Harris is getting booed over at March Madness. She looking like a dummy. She don't even know how to react to the bad boos. She looking like a scorned, angry woman. Let's get Stormy Daniels over there and get Trump arrested. They couldn't do that to Obama. as bad as his policies was, and y'all thought that he was going to come in there and do something for black people, and he actually did it for the alphabet community. He worked feverishly for the alphabet community, and they championed him, and they made sure that they had new rights and all of this other type of stuff. They couldn't do that to him. Of all the things that they tried to dig up, they dug up the dumbest junk. They said, listen, he might not even be a U.S. citizen. Really? Well, we don't like the name, the fact that his name is Obama. Really? They couldn't do nothing. They didn't have one thing on that man. Not one. Not one. Then as a result, you got 2 terms of advocating for the alphabet community, which we still suffering from today. Meanwhile, every single corner is somebody going to jail in his cabinet, is another porn star that's coming up talking about he gave me 130 bands. They got him on tape. He kicking holes in a pussy and all of this stuff. And it's just like, fuck, man. I want to vote for you. I'm not really sure you're electable. Because now you're becoming more of a distraction. How many other things are they going to throw up in our face? Because you got the best policies. You actually got the balls to take on these other countries. You say what you really think. But now we got to worry about another fucking Stormy Daniels. Let this be a lesson. Stop letting these women take you down. Or if you ever want to get a dude, I ain't going to say that part.
Ali Rafa, NBC News.
Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Of all the things that we need to be focusing on, literally, we have bigger banks buying smaller banks because everything is collapsing. And dudes are unable to keep their Johnson in their pants in order to do the thing that's going to secure your family, your legacy, the amount of money. Crimson Cure could tell you, she in the chat right now. As much as I love Crimson, I never even stepped foot around Crimson without my wife in tow because she too sweet. Her words are too awesome. She too gorgeous. She got such a sweet spirit. I said, I'm not about to be getting caught up with Crimson because I'm going to be getting crimsoned up in here. Let me go ahead and have Rita or something. Crimson is just too hot. Too hot to trot. You're not about to have me messing up my legacy and her legacy at the same time. Shh. Crimson will tell you, I move like a ninja. Ducking and dodging. Ducking and dodging. That's what we do over here. We duck and we dodge. We don't get caught up. We stay out of the mix. Let me read some of these super chats. Shout out to the accountability partner, Big Dog. Big Dog is in the building. Says, I want to spread it out, though, throughout the show. I know I have a few things to get done here. Just know I appreciate you and Miss Rita for supporting you. Much love. Big Dog in the building. These is what the bag chasers do. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. I can't even express my love and support enough for the people that know, not only come and hold me down in person, they don't even let me buy drinks. I be trying to buy drinks for people and buy food and take people out. They be like, no, Anton. No, no, no. Shout out to Fred Sir Sampson Mayo is in the building with the 20 ball. I appreciate you. Bahidwin says justice versus justifiable. I appreciate you. Spaces is in the building, says you got to get you a woman. And also my beautiful, lovely lady. I love her. Love her. Treat her like gold. Says, good morning, sweetie pie in chat. Aw, you're so sweet. Probably, quite possibly, one of the sweetest women that I've ever known in my entire life. She says, Anton definitely kept it 100 and straight on business. Rita was always present. You won't catch no Stormy Daniels in my presence. If you see anybody that ever say Anton, use a lie and the truth ain't in you. If you see anybody that we gonna pull the tape. We pulling the tape. Shout out to the BIG podcast is in the building. Says too hot to hold, too cold to fold. Come on now. Bad boy. Shout out to the big podcast. I appreciate you, big dog. Hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. Let's continue. So, one of my favorite places to be. Listen. Before we really deep dive into this, understand this. They said Anton Mike Pence Daniels. Understand this, ladies and gentlemen. Wherever you go, you take you with you. Wherever you go, you take you with you.
Chaos erupting on the streets of South Beach this weekend. Spring break interrupted by 2 deadly shootings. The first one on Friday night. Gunfire ringing out as restaurants were packed with customers. Crowds scrambling, ducking for cover. The shooting leaving 1 dead and another in critical condition.
We're just out here to have a good time. And
now, this girl right here looks no older than my daughter. I mean, this girl could be my daughter. This girl looked like she could be my daughter. She can't be any older than 20. 19 at the most, 18, I would probably guess. Cannot be any more than 18 years old. This is why I'm so fiercely protective of my babies. I'm fiercely protective of y'all, my bag chasers. I'm fiercely protective of my wife, and I'm fiercely protective of my daughter. There's no way she should be out here in these streets at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on Miami Beach. So for those of y'all that's unfamiliar, I'm going to be reading Super Chats throughout the show. Thank y'all for y'all contributions and holding me down. Let me tell you, for those of y'all that have not been to Miami Beach, all right? So you have a separation. Fort Lauderdale, all right? Fort Lauderdale, I got my Shinola watch on today. Shout out to Shinola. It's a Detroit brand. You got Fort Lauderdale, which is about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on traffic, away from Miami. I love Miami. I'm an advocate for the Miami space. Miami is a playground for people that have resources. And I want to really break down the culture based off of living there over an entire winter, 3 to 4 months, visiting there literally every other week, basically having a place there that's being renovated and everything like that. Miami is a playground for people that have resources and money, all right? It's also a hot spot for visitors that are looking to come in and mess up everything for everybody else. Now, one of the benefits of living in Miami or being in Miami on a regular basis is that there's really a completely different culture depending on where you go, okay? Fort Lauderdale, it get popping, but it's much more calm. You really don't hear much about it. It has its own airport. Miami has its own airport, even though they're only about 30 to 35 minutes away from each other. The beautiful thing about Miami and the spaces that I like to spend my time in is the Design District, Midtown, Wynwood. It's all in one same area, right off of Biscayne, which is the main street that drives up and down Miami. All right. Shout out to Charles Ringo. I'm definitely see you, and I'm gonna be reading this. Then you have Coral Gables, which is more neighborhood friendly. They got a lot of nice parks. There's some scenic drives, trees, shrub everywhere. You have Brickell, which is like downtown Miami, or in the area of downtown Miami. But then you have a completely separate island, right? And you got to take the bridge to get over there. Now, this island, which we call Miami Beach, is completely separate from Miami, all right? Most people that go over for spring break, winter break, they go over there to party. Where you see this young lady over here that's not supposed to be here, that don't even look old enough to drive, they are over in Miami Beach. Now, I go over and I visit Miami Beach, and there's some phenomenal restaurants. Me, Q, and Rita was over at Miami Beach chilling. Most of the time, it's South Beach. When you walk down South Beach, you see some of the most egregious shit that you've ever seen in your life. There's some parties, there's some good restaurants. It's the former Versace mansion. It's all of that, right? And they got some great beach, some great water, and all of that. But if you are a person that's looking to party and get shot at, go over to Miami Beach. If you just looking for, you're looking for a vibe and you're going to go shop, you're going to spend $5,000-$6,000 here or there. You're going to go to Ferragamo, you're going whatever. You want to see DJ Khaled driving through in his drop-top Maybach. Usually you're going to be in a Design District, Midtown Miami, all of those type of places. But it's two completely different, separate scenes, parties, cultures, the whole 9 yards. Let's continue.
It shouldn't be like this. Can't be dodging bullets. It's crazy.
They just killed somebody.
Then again on Sunday.
They giving that boy CPR.
Another shooting at 3:30 this morning on the famous Ocean Drive, killing one and wounding another. Tonight, the mayor declaring a state of emergency and instituting a curfew.
The volume of people in our city, the unruly nature of too many, and the presence of guns has created a peril that cannot go unchecked, especially in the evenings. Over the last 3 weeks alone, we have impounded over 70 firearms.
All restaurants must close by midnight, and the sale of alcohol at stores stopped at 6 p.m. Officials hoping this stops the violence.
Now, as I have said many times, we don't ask for spring break in our city. We don't want spring break in our city.
Miami Beach is a popular destination for spring breakers, known for its wild parties and crowded scenes.
And that's exactly what it looks like at night. That's literally Ocean Drive. Rita refuses. She refuses. I say, Rita, want to stay on Miami Beach just one time? We can go on the north side. We ain't even got to go on the side. Rita said, nope. I don't want to be a part of it. She refuses to stay at any hotel on Miami Beach. Absolutely refuses. She said, yo, we got a car down there. We could just drive over to the beach whenever we want to, come back and party or whatever like that. Rita is not trying to become a statistic. She say it's too dirty, it's too grimy, all of this other type of stuff. And so I just want to kind of give y'all an idea of what we do when we converge on a place that we don't even live in order to ruin it for everybody else. This is the culture. The overwhelming majority of the people that you see in this photo or in this video, they are black people. The overwhelming majority of the people that are in this photo are chicks for the streets and dudes that don't need to be out there. It's a fact. Don't get mad at me for calling it out. Ain't no white people out there, or ain't no other people out there that's bringing guns down to Miami Beach when everybody is trying to get they sex on, they party on. It's a whole bunch of music and vibes and water, and you got all of these beautiful women and stuff and everywhere, and you out there getting into it with each other and shoot. I've never understood that in my life. And then Israelite tribe of Levi wants to make, in the chat, he wants to make an excuse for how it is that we act. Instead of holding the bad people accountable so that we can root out the bad ones, he wants to make an excuse. Let me tell you something about Miami and people that live in Miami. 99.9% of the people that live in Miami don't go to Miami Beach. They don't even go to the beach. Talk to anybody that lives in Miami. They don't go to the beach, and they certainly don't go to Ocean Drive. 99% of the people that is down there in Miami and on Miami Beach, on Ocean Drive, are visitors. They are not people that are inhabitants of the places that actually live there. They are not residents of Miami. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. The people that live there don't go where this is happening. They not in that space. You see the people in the chat, they saying facts. Facts. I work at the Miami airport. Don't go. Yep. Cuban libertarian says it. So true. No interest in the beach. That's facts. Beautiful disaster. Facts. 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 Anton spitting facts. The people that live there don't go there. My daughter, she's 15 years old. Now, y'all know how y'all kids is all fast and they want to get out the house and stuff like that. My daughter if you notice how me and Rita's always in Miami, it'd be on the weekends and stuff like that, and Leslie be back at the crib, she'd be going to Taekwondo conferences, and she be in her own spaces. We be asking her every single time we go, Leslie, you want to come to Miami with us? Leslie, we don't go to Miami. No. And this is the honest to God truth. Watch this. Because she in school right now, so I can't necessarily call her.
Hello.
Hey, what up? You busy?
Hey. Nope. What's happening?
I'm on the live stream. Whenever we ask Leslie why she don't want to come to Miami with us, what does she say?
No, because it's not for her.
Why does she say it's not for her?
She just said it's not really nothing for kids to do. It's not a kid-friendly place.
Exactly. Thank you. My 15-year-old daughter ain't trying to be grown. She not trying to be out here for the streets. We keep her busy. We keep her occupied. We keep her doing things that kids do. Taekwondo, going to the mall with her friends. We do family weekends, family Sundays. I spend my whole Sunday with my family. We go to the show. We go out to eat. We do fun things as a family. We spend time doing wholesome things. We don't even watch certain programs that we don't feel like the whole family can't watch. I'm programming her. I'm teaching her. I'm telling her. I'm showing her. Whenever we go places that's not kid friendly, I point out certain things and I say, hey, this is the place that you want to stay away from. Look at this. Look at this foolishness. Look at him getting arrested and so on and so forth. It's not a space that you want to be in, especially at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, because it ain't gonna be nothing but trouble out there for you. So I'm just telling you the truth. When we did our Patreon meetup and we did it on the rooftop, we wasn't on Miami Beach. We was in Midtown. Literally, we were in Midtown. So it's a little bit different.
But tonight, the troubled paradise is closing down in hopes that there won't be another spring break tragedy.
Stop it, God. We don't
Look
have
at
time for that. Everybody young.
Yeah, where's all of these other groups of people? Where's all of these other groups of people? I keep seeing the same people over and over again. They got the same skin color. They dress the same. They look the same.
We're trying to live life. We're trying to have fun.
Guad joins us now from Miami Beach. So how long is this state of emergency supposed to last, Guad?
Kate, the state of emergency will be taking effect in a few hours and will remain until Monday, when city officials are expected to meet with the intention to impose the same rules for next weekend, Kate.
Shout out to the big podcast. I appreciate you, fam. Thank you for holding me down. And Charles Ringo is in the building. I appreciate you. Yo, people just be dropping off money. They don't even be saying nothing. They just be dropping by and saying, yo, 50 here, 100 there, just showing me love. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate you, big dog. You are absolutely positively much appreciated. Thank you for the 50 ball, and everybody that contributes. I highlight everything that everybody gives. Julius Jermaine says, can we expect more appearances on what is CH? Clubhouse? I guess he's saying Clubhouse. I jumped on Clubhouse and I was talking about shit this weekend. Maybe you're talking about Clubhouse. Shout out to Julius Jermaine. I was on Clubhouse talking my talk. And, hey, Julius, if that's what you're talking about Clubhouse, would you tell them how civilized I was? I didn't cuss anybody out. I didn't go off. I didn't do any of that. I was just relaxing. I was doing God's work. I was exposing people, putting people on the game, and adding value into their life. Yeah, Anton was doing his thing. Cuban Libertarian says, Miami Beach is blue. Miami-Dade County is red. Shout out to you with the 2 ball. I appreciate you. Persevere Data TV also continuing to contribute with the 10 ball says, imagine someone taking a tax refund on a Miami vacation just to dodge bullets from Nug Nug. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are an absolute mess. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. I want to end this show with a specific thing, right? Now, I'm not really one to watch $1 million worth of game simply because I don't be hearing a lot of game. Now, that does not mean that they don't have a great product and a great podcast. Gilly, Wallow, shout out to them for doing their thing. But I was intrigued because I am a boxing fan. So 2 things that I am. I'm a basketball fan, and I'm a boxing fan. All right. And even to the point that Rita and I anticipated the possibility of staying in Vegas because I'm gonna be in Vegas. Because I'm taking Rita to Vegas as a part of her Christmas present that I had gave her. Taking her front row to go see Usher. We gonna see Usher. We gonna go see that wholesome fun, right? And I know that Tank Davis is supposed to be fighting in Vegas, but then I was just like, I looked at the last Tank Davis fight, then it was too many people. There was too many N-words out there. You know what I'm saying? But neither there nor there. I seen Adrian Broner, and I said, I gotta see clips of this. So I want to play a portion, just a small part of this, to highlight different things and to bring it back to the money. All right? Now pay attention. I want to highlight certain things and bring it back to the money. So I'm going to try to scrub through here where I seen him talking, because I didn't have an opportunity to watch the whole thing. But I watched the very beginning of it, and he said some key things that I think that we need to take into consideration because we can learn from it. Now, Adrian Broner. Let me look this up before we show this. All right? Let me see. Adrian Broner's career earnings. Let's see. I don't know if it says his career earnings, but I think he's basically earned tens, and when I say tens of millions of dollars. Tens of millions of dollars. Now, I'm going to show you a couple different things, right? But I'm not going to show you this until after we watch exactly what it is that I want you to see in this video. Let me go.
Yeah. Welcome to the
episode. Yeah, it's just time to go to work for real.
When you say had you crying, what places you could?
Nigga, you gonna know it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that was me, bro. My bad. That was me. I'm at a point of time to where a lot of shit is coming off of my shoulders.
I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, y'all.
I get a chance to really dig myself out of a hole that I've been in for the last 6 years, 7 years straight. 6 years. I fight. I don't get a check. You getting this? I get something to show for taxes, and then it'll be like, you got this, and then it'll be like, all right. Every time I need money, I gotta call a nigga. Hey, send me this. All right. I know.
He said every time he need money, he gotta call somebody. Think about what he's saying, y'all. Every time. Now, this is a man that has made tens of millions of dollars in fighting. Tens of millions. He got the AB shirt on and literally say about billions. And he got tens of millions of dollars as a result of fighting. He's calling people to get money from them when he needs it based off of his earnings and based off of who he's signed to at that particular time. And so he's telling you when having a conversation, telling you how it is that he is now being managed or was being managed with his finances, okay? And I'm going to bring this back to the money. Let's continue.
No, I just made this, though.
Right.
But it ain't in my account, though. It got to a point to where it's like, nigga, look, nigga. Because Al, my nigga, that's how I talk to. I talk to Al how I talk to you.
Right.
You know, the other niggas that get on the phone, hey, Mr. Heyman and all that. He don't like that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? I talk to that nigga like this. So, hey, so it was one time, I'm like, because you get frustrated. You like, nigga, I know I just made. Hey, bro, you know what? Just give me my money. Just give me all my money, man. And I'll handle what I got to handle. Because right now, I'm at a point to where it's like, I still got to handle all that shit that I was still supposed to handle 6 years ago.
Right.
You know what that is? You know what he's talking about? A, taxes. B, lawsuits. D, miscellaneous expenses. Now, we've seen this 1,000 different times. We've seen it with celebrities. We've seen it with rappers. We've seen it with entertainers. We've seen it with boxers. We've seen it with athletes. We see this all the time. Now, I regularly come on here. I'm going to let it play a little bit more. And I regularly come on here and I say, listen, I'm richer than your favorite rapper. I'm richer than some of these athletes. I'm richer than a lot of these dudes that have made tens of millions of dollars. I'm looking at the internet right now when it's saying that Adrian Broner's net worth is between $6 and $9 million. His net worth is between $6 and $9 million. But he broke though. Which basically tells you that the internet don't even know what it's talking about. He broke. He got to call another grown man to ask him for some money in order for him to get by every day. Another grown man got to send this man some money, and he's made tens of millions of dollars. Let's continue.
So you're telling me I'm getting this, then the last straw for me was like, I'm like, man, fuck it, man, just give me my money, bro. Whatever I got, if I got to go broke to pay what I owe or what I lawsuits, fuck it, I will. I'm that type of nigga, bro. I'm a hustler, bro. I know if I go broke today, I can wake up tomorrow and make something happen, bro. So if I gotta spend every dollar I own to get rid of this problem, I'm gonna do that right now. Oh, all right, boom, because I know I can go make some more money.
Right.
I know I can go make some more money.
You can't out-earn your way out of your problems. You can't out-save your way to wealth and riches. This is nothing but another classic ignorant dude who's basically straight off the plantation, never really wanted to educate himself, dedicated to being a hood dude because he thinks that's keeping it real. And for some reason, he thinks that impresses the people that's watching him. But the reality is that he's made tens of millions of dollars, possibly more, and he's still him. He's still ignorant. He's still hood. And just because you make a lot of money or you earn a lot of money does not mean that you keep or you know how to move money around. Your ability to be able to manage money effectively has nothing to do with how much money you make. How much money you make is the shovel. Where you plant those seeds and where you put that dirt is then something that you have to master on an individual level. But let's continue.
But then when you ask, like, shit, give me my money, the motherfucker tell you, ain't no more money.
Where'd it go at?
But
was you?
Wallow say, where'd it go at? Where'd it go at? Where'd it go at?
When you say you got to call and get money,
yeah, but
is
that's
you
what I was
calling
gonna
frivolously?
say. But when shit go like, all right, let me get 100,000, let me get 50,000, then it's like, all right, we're gonna give you 1,000 a day, 1,500 a day. It went.
Think about what he's saying, y'all. Patreon members, I've shown y'all $100,000 things, brokerage accounts. I've shown y'all monthly payments. I've shown y'all my monthly spending, which exceeds what they're giving him. Think about it. This is just what I spend from a business perspective. I can go back month after month after month, month after month after month. My spending summary for March, where we at? We on March 20th. We 2/3 of the month down. March spending summary. That's March. Let's go back a month. These is world-class athletes. Last month. Let's go back a month. Month before that. Don't worry, we'll show it to you. Let's go back another month. That's January. Let's go back to December 2020. They got this man on an allowance. That's just what we spending from a business perspective. They got this man on an allowance. On an allowance. Oh, I have no problem showing y'all the receipts. Let me make it a little bit brighter for y'all so y'all can see it. Want to go back another month? December? Let's go back to November. Which month do you want? Which month do you want? Which one you want? Which month do you want? Want to go January 2023? They got this man on an allowance. They're giving him $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day they're giving this man. He on a spending budget. What he just signed for. Think about this for a second, y'all. Watch this. Hold on. Let me let this continue to play, and I'm gonna show you the difference. The difference between having a business mindset and why it is that I advocate for y'all to align yourself with people that's going in the direction that you're going in. A business mindset versus a person that ain't nothing but an athlete. You're nothing but work for hire. You don't even know what to do with your money. You don't even know how money works. I spend more in a month than they give him to be able to manage. And they think that they balling. They think that they balling. Listen, I'm going to be a billionaire. I am going to be a billionaire without a doubt. I am going to be a household name. I'm going to be a billionaire. And you are on the very, very floor, the floor of what greatness looks like. Think about it.
It went from $2,500 a day, $2,000 a day, $1,500 a day,
$1,300 what you mean?
a day.
You only getting that each day is hitting your account?
Yeah.
So they're not giving it to you all, but they talking about, how the fuck did that happen?
How does that happen?
Because like the shit, it was my fault.
Because he doesn't know how to manage his money, and if they give it to him in a lump sum, he's going to be broke for the rest of the month. He's going to be broke for the rest of the year. He's going to be assed out.
That's why I don't point no fingers. It's my fault because the position I was in, the trouble I was in, you know, if anything hit my account, I would have to spend it that night. Because if I didn't in the morning, the government was taking it, or my lawsuits, you know, they garnishing my wages and all that shit.
Damn.
So,
this how y'all want to live y'all life? I'm thankful for Adrian Broner for being transparent, so that I could show y'all that just because these dudes is getting $9 million purses, $3 million purses, $10 million purses, $15 million purses, they broke. They broke. His purse, we spend that. We blow that. We ain't even thinking about that. And you know what the funniest part about it is? Our net worth goes up because we spend it on things that actually generate more revenue. I'm not going to go into that. Because this is what I'm going to be talking about in my webinar, right? Because you know me, I like to show the receipts. I'm going to be talking about this in the webinar tomorrow. We're doing a webinar inside of the Patreon. I'm going to let y'all ask me whatever it is that y'all want to ask me. I'm going to break down how it is that y'all need to be leveraging and managing y'all money more effectively, how it is that you need to be looking at things from a business perspective, sales, marketing, building your business from scratch. More importantly, having a business mindset so that you don't fall into a space, because he's going to make it all in one lump sum, and then he's going to be broke next year. He gonna be broke next year. You know what we gonna still be doing? Listen, 10 years from now, you know what we just did? You know what this is? You know what we did over this past week? We bought another property. You know what I went and visited? I went and visited my architect. I got to turn the lights down. Hold on. Give me a second. I went and visited the architect. New plans, new drawings. You know what we doing? Building houses. You know what I bought this morning? More land. I bought more land this weekend. We're not fucking up a bag. We running that shit up. The very thing that I tell y'all that I'm against as far as them selling all, you know why I'm so dangerous? You know why they want to take me down? You know why black people hate me? You know why white people dislike me? I'm going to tell you why. It's because I take the information. I'm actually a reflection of the thing that I advocate for. I'm married. I'm strong. I'm a black man. I wasn't supposed to be successful. I give the game out. I don't sell courses. The only thing I ask y'all to do is actually invest in yourself. And you know what the funniest part about it is? You know what the worst part about it is? I'm dangerous because I don't sell shit. I never, ever sell a property. I own and I'm continuing to accumulate more land, more property, and now we building on it, and now they got to come and rent from me. If they want a place to stay, they got to ask me. And we just continuing to double up and triple up and triple up. We don't get, I got a Shinola watch home. This watch was literally gifted to me by the Detroit Pistons. Everything I buy literally is a business expense. He's sitting here getting allowances from his manager. Meanwhile, I'm giving y'all the game on how it is that you need to be meeting with it. You know why I'm building houses? You know why I'm starting to do this? Literally, you know why I'm starting to build houses now? Because I don't know how to build houses. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. You know why I'm building houses now? Because I don't know how to build houses. Which means that I'm overspending and I'm taking an L. I know that that contractor over there is overcharging me. I know that that person over there, that civil engineer, is overcharging me. I know that that person is over there overcharging me. They probably overcharging me a lot. But you know what I'm paying for? I'm paying for the information. I'm paying for the knowledge. This is an education that I'm getting, and they're robbing me. But I'm taking that L on the front end on purpose. Because now when I learn it, that means that I'm going to be able to duplicate it, and I'm going to be able to come to y'all and say, listen, this is what I learned. Not no shit that they taught you in the classroom. I don't give a fuck about your PhD, Boyce Watkins, and all of that shit. I actually put my own money up. I put my own money up, and then I go and I learn it, and then I give the information and the game back to my people. I duplicate it. And then we come back and we talk about it as a group, in person at the Patreon meetups and in the webinars. I'm taking a hit so you don't have to. And I'm taking a hit so that I can actually have the information because they can't take it away from me. See, once I learn it, you going to go and spend your money on some bullshit. You're going to be on Miami Beach getting shot at. You're going to buy Balenciagas. You're going to buy an Hermes belt that don't nobody give a fuck about. I'm going to spend mine getting robbed by all of these different contractors and HVAC people and electricians and civil engineers. And I'm going to overpay them on purpose. I'm going to give them the money. But I'm only going to do it one time. I'm only going to do it one time. And then you know what I do? I come and I bring it back to my people. And that's why they don't like me. That's why they hate me. It's because in every way, shape, and form, I'm Teflon Ton. I'm Teflon Ton. I use these fucking fuckboy athletes as an example as to what it is that you're not supposed to do so that we can then run the bag up and learn from them. They still ain't learning. Let me play a little bit more for y'all.
Everything that I was getting sent would have to get spent that day.
God damn.
See what I'm saying? So every day is like, okay, $2,500 gets spent, this $2,500 gets spent, $1,500 gets spent. Then it went down to $1,000 a day, $1,200 a day, $750 a day.
I mean, but
$500 a day.
you able to live off that?
No, $250 a day. Once it got to $250 a day,
$250. You fucking kidding me?
$200.
They giving this man $250 a day. $250 a day. They giving this man $250. This is a man that has made $2 million, $3 million, $6 million, $9 million. He calling another man in order to give him $200. Every day he got to get on the phone. Hey, can I have some money today? Can I have some money today? All right, we give you $500. We give you $250. We give you $1,000, whatever. This is wild. This ain't $1 million worth of game. This is $1 million worth of fumbling.
$150 a day.
How was you able to take care of?
Well, I'm a hustler, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, right?
I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, when boxers, let me tell you the problem with a lot of boxers. They only get money boxing. Like I said, I know I can go make $1 million, $2 million doing what I do. You know, everybody like that.
This dude move like a crackhead. Let me not say that. Let me show you what it is that I'm looking at. How I see things, because I see things a little bit differently, right? Hold on, give me a second. Check it out. Now watch this, y'all. Let me show you something. Let me move that out the way. I'm about to share my screen with y'all because I want y'all to see something. Because once I seen this clip, y'all sent this to me, I said I got to do a little bit more research, right? So I went to my computer like I usually do, and I went to his Instagram. Now, I want y'all to pay attention really quickly, okay? I want y'all to pay attention. So first and foremost, y'all think that just because you make you got a million followers on Instagram, you got 1 million TikTokers or whatever, that don't mean you got no money. That don't mean, listen, I need y'all to get just as much money as y'all got followers before you start talking to me. I need you to get just as much money as you got followers before you start talking to me. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nobody else telling me that they getting $250 a day, $500 a day, which is cool if you're a regular. It's cool if you a hustler, no matter who you are. But don't wear a shirt that say about billions and you getting $250 a day. Oh, where they do that at? Don't sit here and with all of the chains on. Y'all remember all of the chains? I need y'all to get just as many followers as y'all got net worth. Whatever your net worth is, if you got a high follower account, I want you to have just as much in your net worth. All right? That's A. That's A. B, look at this. This dude signed with Don King. And you know the easiest way, look. What's that, 100,000? Was that $1 million? 10, 20, 30, 40. Man, that ain't even $1 million. That ain't even, I don't even know if that's $250,000, honestly. Because we don't even know what's under that. That might be it. You know what I'm about to do? You know what I'm about to do? Why shouldn't I start signing boxers and rappers? Why shouldn't I start signing them? At the very least, I could teach them money management. At the very least, I could teach them money management. Why shouldn't I? This is what he went on in the podcast a few minutes down the line, and he said that he wound up signing to somebody and it wound up being Don King. Because that's who it is that he got on his Instagram and stuff like that. Then he hoping to make some money on the back end of his pay-per-view fight and all this other type of stuff. I'm about to start signing me some rappers and some boxers, yo. I'm about to start signing me some rappers and some boxers. Why? I can afford it. I can do it. Ain't nothing but a little bit of drop. A little drip, drop. Yo, if you want to sign over here with the Dark Angels, the Darkest Angel. If y'all want to sign over here with the Darkest Angel, I got contracts for the people. I'm about to sign me a rapper. Sign me a fighter. And you know what the worst part about this is? Let me break this down for y'all. I'm gonna really show you something. So this is, let's just say this is his signing bonus, right? Let's say for the sake of conversation that he get $300,000. Okay? If you owe the IRS $1 million, you really only knocking down your IRS bill by about $100,000. Well, why, Anton? Why is this really only $100,000? Really, let's just say he got $50,000 out of this, okay? 50 bands. The reason that he only get 50 bands is because A, you got to pay the taxes out of the money that you made. So now let's say he made a half a M. A half a M, right? So let's say this is $500,000. That means that, let's say you in a top tax bracket now, and let's say you basically giving 40% over to 36% over to the federal government, right? You wiping away a third of that right off the bat. Probably closer to a half of that right off the bat. Then after you pay your taxes, let's say you got 300 and something thousand left. Then the IRS is going to take 200, right? You got 100,000 to pay your trainer, to live, to train, to get back and forth, your car note, your house note, and you got to hope that you do pay-per-view numbers. And you got to pay taxes out of that money before you pay the IRS the money that you owe them that you didn't even pay your back taxes on. That's only if it's a half a M. You fucked. You fucked. You ain't leaving nothing to your kids. You can't take care of yourself, let alone your mama. And this is why I say just because you make a lot of money or you generate a lot of revenue, don't mean that you know what you're doing and that you're going to find yourself in a bad situation and circumstance. Let me put away my plans, my blueprints, so y'all don't be feeling some type of way. Anton is buying land and houses. Anton just started a whole nother business. Why is Anton got a different LLC for every single property that he buy? Why has Anton got trusts? Why don't Anton use credit? Well, you will know if you join the webinar tomorrow at 8 p.m. inside of the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. You will know. You will know. All right? Okay, Pumpkin? So listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all got a lot of value out of what it is that we do over here at the Millionaire Morning Show. What is this, a receipt? Big dog. Big dog. Let me read some of y'all super chats before we get up out of here. Well, I set y'all on y'all way. Chief Cartez Jones says, I love attending the morning AD school because we going to stunt, we going to give you the entertainment, and we going to give you the value on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Julius says, Anton is like Tom Brady in the fourth quarter and picking apart his opponents. Never disrespected old boy, and he's super heated. Another head on the wall of his crib. You talking about on Clubhouse. Hey, I was lurking on Clubhouse this weekend. Shout out to you. Says, as soon as you said 23 M's, his soul was hurt. Oh, my God. He didn't know what to say because he thought he was big dog. And I was married and he wasn't married. Then he going to try to hit me with the sob story. My fiance died in a car crash. I was like, condolences, but dog, we not on the same level. JMD749 with the 10 ball says, God bless you, Anton. I'm going to share this with my niece. That's thinking of going to Miami this summer with her boyfriend, and she's 21 and of the same demographic of those girls. Keep up the great. Share it with her. Share it with your friends and family. Kobe Jordan is in the building. Says, great show, big dog. I sent you an email. Coaching call tomorrow. Broner may need a coaching call himself. He do, but he not ready. You got to be ready. You got to have your heart ready to be pricked because I'm not going to talk to him like no little sucker. Get the likes up, says Shadow Dragon. I can get his money right. Shadow Dragon TV says get the likes up. Khalil's Racing is in the building. Khalil says he a whole fool, not a half fool, whole fool. Amor Agape says not his downfall. They literally handed Trump 2024. Craig G is in the building with the fireball, says just join the Patreon. We bag chasing in all 2023. Can we get a round of applause for all of the new Patreon members, especially the ones that's going to be attending the webinar? Make sure y'all work y'all way from the bottom up to the top or from the top back down to the bottom. And the Discord, the link to the Discord, which is a community of people that also is very much bag chasing. The link to the Discord is in the description of any of the most recent videos. Shout out to my new bag tracers. Demetrius Shaw says, what can I buy now in college to thrive later? You need to focus on making sure that you don't acquire no debt, and you need to make sure that you continue to invest in yourself, specifically your education, because you need a foundation. Don't worry about investing as far as trying to build wealth when you're still in college. If you're in college, Demetrius, you're supposed to be poor. You're not supposed to be balling. You're not supposed to be impressing people, right? Nobody is going to slight you in order to be poor at college. You're supposed to. Spend every waking moment reinvesting back into your education so that you don't come out with any school debt and that you make a decent salary so that you can then start to propel yourself in order to be successful once you get out of school. That's what you need to focus on. 100% of your energy on your education and not accumulating debt, Demetrius. Professor O says, talk that AD. Yeah. Shout out to you with the fireball. My beautiful, beautiful. If y'all ever met this girl in person, you'll be like, oh my God, she is a goddess. I never knew that an angel can come down in human form. Beautiful Disaster says, please sell me a house, Anton. Tired of living in my shed. Shed. I got you, Beautiful Disaster. Where you at, baby girl? Tell me where you want your house at. I'm going to buy the land and I'm going to get it for you because you so gorgeous. Cliff, my dog, says, Anton, you going to get robbed because you didn't hit up Cliff Williams from the Wall Machine Incorporated to build those houses. I'll come knock out some houses. Don't say that, Cliff. You know Anton. Anton, we'll get you down from over to the Canadian provinces in order to come down here into Michigan and do what we do. Whoopi Rock 1 says, hi, Anton. I'm joining the Bag Chasers, and I'm excited for it. And I'm excited to have you, love. Can we get a round of applause for all of the new Bag Chasers? Whoopi, I have a webinar tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm doing a webinar that allows for you to actually learn a lot more. And ask me questions specifically business related, all right? Make sure you're there. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Shout out to all of my people that is overseas and in different countries. Tradition and Modern Talk says, sign a esports content creator / player. Nah, I want to sign me some athletes. I want a boxer. I don't want an esports team. I want a boxer. I want me a boxer. That's what I'm about to sign. I'm about to find me a new boxer. Shout out to all of the boxers that's about to sign the Teflon Time Entertainment. I seen somebody name that inside of the chat. Shout out to y'all. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Our Streets is gorgeous. Beautiful Disaster is gorgeous. Natasha is gorgeous. Azriel is gorgeous. All of my ladies, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Everybody, Treese Moreland, S. Chanel, everybody, I love y'all. Thank y'all for making this so enjoyable for me to be able to come to y'all and have these conversations on the Millionaire Morning Show. I would love for you guys to make sure you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. But more importantly, I need you to do me one more favor before we get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be successful by ourselves. I love you. I appreciate you. I enjoy you. You are my heart. You know we're doing it at the same time tomorrow. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.